back in the 1980s, there was a tremendous explosion of interest in Baroque music and in particular the historically informed way of playing. But it was very difficult for the young people to find opportunities to get into the profession because they lacked experience. So when I started the European Union Baroque Orchestra in 1985, this was an opportunity for people to come together to work under the finest directors and get that experience which would set them up for careers in the early music field. So since then, we've operated on a yearly basis, and that has given even more opportunities to young people all over Europe. So every year we have a brand new orchestra of 20 people, and they work together for a season, and then they go out into the big wide world. And that's been a fantastic chance for a lot of young people. There's now an amazing network of musicians all over Europe who know each other through UBO or had met through UBO or are now working in other groups and still reminisce in a very fond way about the family atmosphere that we've been able to engender at UBO.
The European Union Baroque Orchestra, or UBO, is quite a unique body within the early music life of Europe. It is an orchestra, but it is at the same time a training initiative. Every year we pick 20 to 25 young music students specializing or having specialized in early music from all over Europe. And those 20 musicians then form the orchestra for the rest of the season. My work as a musical director is very different from other kinds of work that I undertake, because every year UBO is a completely different orchestra from the year before or the year after. So usually, as a musical director, you're concerned with continuity and long-term development. Here, it's different because you have to concentrate on, as quickly as possible, getting a body of people who have, from the outset, only that in common, that they love Baroque music. But to form an identity among so many people of often very different backgrounds is a huge challenge and a very huge joy when it works.
Yes, I had this idea that we could pull together a European orchestra in the early 80s, and I didn't really know how to go about it. And then I was given the opportunity they designated 1985 as European Music Year, and there was some funding available, and I took my chance and took my opportunity and was very successful. After that, I didn't know what to do, but I enlisted the help of various European politicians and so on to assist me to find a way into the European Commission and European Parliament to find funding for what turned out to be a very, very successful pan-European project. It's never been easy, and it continues not to be easy to raise money to continue the project, but that's been now my life's work to do that, and I hope that it's going to run on into the future. So for the last 33 years I've been working on this project, and I hope that it still has a future and that it will continue even after I'm gone.
Over the years, the UBO has had, I think, at least 500 to 600 different members. And it's always very fascinating to me how it's possible for those different groups to come together and gel, even though their backgrounds may be very different. A lot of our members have already specialized in early music, but I also know that we have a lot of members whose first encounter, real encounter with the orchestral music of the Baroque time was actually through UBO. And I know that in many cases have meant a tremendous push, have kindled their interest and make them want to continue this quite specialized part of musicianship, even though that might not have been what they were planning from the outset.
It's been absolutely fantastic over the years to be able to engage each year all the top directors in our field. And I'm so grateful for them that they've been able to give of their time and their energy and their knowledge to these young people, which has really inspired them and will continue to do so. And we've had 3 of the most amazing music directors, Tom Koopman, followed by Roy Goodman, and currently now Lars-Erik Mortensen. And they are the most inspirational musicians.
I have been musical director of UBO since 2004. And what I've come to love in this quite unique body is actually many things. First of all, an amazing organization and a very good working spirit, which I always tell the UBO members that one thing they should not expect from practical musical life after UBO is this quality of organization. But also for me personally, it is a joy keeping up to date with the developments of early music making among the young people in Europe. I have got to know a lot of very, very interesting musicians. And for me, that is an absolutely unique opportunity to feel the freshness and the modern feeling of making early music, which I myself very strongly believe in.
I first got to know UBO in 2015 because I was part of the orchestra. After that, I maintained some contact with the orchestra, and this year was very happy to be called back as concertmaster and soloist.
It's wonderful to be in such a diverse orchestra where everybody comes together from different cities and different countries all over Europe. It makes it so much more exciting to have all the different personalities, all the different energies coming together as one and forming this unified sound body and working on that in person.
As you can imagine, I was really pleased when I heard that we had been given this year's REMA Award. It feels particularly special because it's been given by all the members of REMA, and these are my peers and the people that I respect in the profession. And so it's a real honour for UBO to have been given that. I couldn't have imagined when I started the orchestra back in 1985 that 33 years on, we would still be going, we would be still going forward and upwards, that we would be reviewed with such respect by the profession itself. And that's a great honour.